Forget powders. Forget pills. Your body doesn't need anything made in a factory to stay strong. It needs real food. Every year after 40, most adults lose about 1% of their muscle mass. That loss speeds up after 60. That's why simple things like getting out of a chair, walking upstairs, or carrying groceries can start to feel harder. But here's the good news. You can slow that down. You can even reverse it. And you can do it without buying a single tub of protein powder. There are 8 powerful natural foods that help protect your muscles, restore your strength, and keep you independent. All backed by real science. All affordable. All available in normal grocery stores. I'm Dr. Lee. Today we're going to walk through each of those foods, exactly how they work inside your body, and how to use them every single day. Let's begin with the food that works the fastest. It's sitting quietly in your dairy aisle. Ricotta cheese, the muscle switch. When most people think about building muscle, they think about powders and shakes. But the real secret is much simpler. Ricotta cheese. Not cottage cheese. Not Greek yogurt. Ricotta. Ricotta is naturally rich in whey protein, the same type of protein supplement companies try to sell you in a jar. But here it's in its original whole food form. Ricotta is especially high in leucine. Leucine is like a switch. When leucine goes up in your bloodstream, your body gets a very clear message. Stop breaking down muscle, start rebuilding muscle. For older adults, that message becomes harder to send with age. Ricotta helps send it again. Just 1 cup of ricotta gives you around 3 grams of leucine. That is the exact amount research shows is needed to trigger muscle protein synthesis in older adults. In other words, it tells your body, repair now. Ricotta also contains albumin, the same high-quality protein in egg whites, but much gentler on digestion. No gas, no bloating, no chalky shake taste, and ricotta gives you calcium in the lactate form. That form absorbs faster than many supplements. Your muscles need calcium to contract properly. Your bones need it for density. You're feeding both at once. Here's how to use it. In the morning, spread ricotta on whole grain toast. Add a drizzle of honey and some berries, or stir it into warm oats to make them creamy and high protein without adding powder. You get comfort food, and your muscles get instructions to rebuild. A study from researchers in Texas found that older adults who regularly ate real dairy proteins like ricotta maintained stronger legs and better balance than adults relying on isolated powders. That is exactly what we want as we age. Stability, strength, confidence every time you stand up. Now let's move from dairy to fruit. Watermelon, the circulation miracle. Yes, watermelon. The sweet summer fruit you think of as dessert is actually a muscle recovery tool. Watermelon is loaded with an amino acid called citrulline. Your body turns citrulline into arginine. Then it turns arginine into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is like opening all the highways in your bloodstream. It widens blood vessels. It delivers more oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. It helps clear out waste products that cause soreness. Better blood flow means faster recovery and less stiffness. In one study, people who drank watermelon juice before activity had up to 40% less muscle soreness the next day. Think about that. 40% less soreness just from fruit. For older adults, circulation naturally slows with age. That's why recovery takes longer. Watermelon helps push fresh blood back into the muscle. There's more. Watermelon gives you more potassium per wedge than a banana. Potassium keeps muscles contracting smoothly and helps prevent nighttime leg cramps. And watermelon contains lycopene. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant that protects your muscle cells from inflammation and age-related damage. Here's how to use it. Blend watermelon with ice and a little mint. Drink it 30 to 60 minutes before a walk, gardening, light exercise, or physical therapy. That hydration plus nitric oxide support helps you move more comfortably and recover faster. And don't throw out the white rind. The rind is actually higher in citrulline. You can blend it too. You are not just eating fruit. You are improving blood flow to your muscles in real time. Now let's go to the pantry. Canned salmon, protein with intelligence. A single small can of wild salmon gives you around 25 grams of complete protein. That means it contains all the essential amino acids your muscles need and cannot make on their own. But here's where salmon becomes special. It is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA. Omega-3s are not just heart-healthy fats. In older adults, omega-3s actually make muscles more sensitive to protein. That means you build more muscle from the same meal. So if you eat salmon, the protein from that meal works harder for you than the same amount of protein from a processed shake. Researchers from the University of Washington observed exactly this. Older adults who consistently consumed omega-3s showed higher muscle protein synthesis than those who didn't. In simple English, same meal, more muscle built, less muscle lost. Omega-3s also calm inflammation. That matters because low-grade inflammation is one of the silent reasons you feel sore, tight, or slow to recover. Salmon also brings another hidden gift. Inside the can are soft, edible bones. Those bones contain calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D3. That combination supports muscle contraction, bone strength, and balance. Plus, salmon contains astaxanthin. Astaxanthin is the red pigment that gives salmon its color. It protects your muscle fibers against stress and microscopic damage from daily activity. Best of all, canned salmon is affordable, shelf-stable, and already cooked. You can mash it with avocado and lemon. You can toss it on top of salad. You can eat it with whole grain crackers. This is practical, powerful nutrition you can put in your body today without cooking anything. Now let's talk about a classic. Eggs, nature's perfect protein. For years, eggs were blamed because of cholesterol. But science has changed, and the truth is different. Whole eggs, not just the whites, are one of the best muscle foods on earth. A study from the University of Illinois showed something incredible. People who ate whole eggs after exercise built up to 40% more muscle than people who ate the same amount of protein from egg whites alone. 40%. Why would the whole egg beat pure egg white protein? Because the yolk is not just fat. The yolk is biology. The yolk delivers vitamin D, which supports muscle strength. It delivers choline, which helps nerves talk to your muscles. It delivers healthy cholesterol. Your body uses that cholesterol to create hormones, including testosterone and other hormones that help preserve lean mass as we age. So no, the cholesterol in eggs is not automatically the villain. For most older adults, it is part of how the body maintains power. Here's another secret. When you eat eggs with vegetables, the healthy fats in the yolk help you absorb more nutrients from those vegetables. In fact, studies suggest you can absorb up to 7 times more of certain vitamins from your veggies when you include egg yolk. So a simple veggie omelet cooked in a little olive oil is not just breakfast. It is a muscle repair protocol. It is joint support. It is hormone support. 2 eggs in the morning can do more for your body than a $40 tub of powder. Now let's move to something most people skip. Kefir, feeding your muscles while you sleep. Kefir is a fermented milk drink. It tastes like drinkable yogurt with a little tang. But don't let the simplicity fool you. Kefir is one of the most powerful tools for protecting muscle overnight. Here's why. Kefir is rich in casein protein. Casein digests very slowly. Instead of dumping all the amino acids into your bloodstream at once, it releases them gradually over about 7 hours. That means while you sleep, kefir is literally feeding your muscles. This helps prevent the natural overnight muscle breakdown that speeds up with age. If you've ever noticed you wake up stiff, weaker, or empty, this is part of the reason. Now, add the second benefit. Kefir is packed with living probiotics, often 50 or more types of beneficial bacteria and yeasts. That matters because of something scientists now call the gut-muscle connection. A healthy gut doesn't just digest food. It actually creates anti-inflammatory compounds, helps regulate immunity, and improves how well your body uses protein to rebuild tissue. So you're not only feeding your muscles, you're tuning your digestion to work for your muscles. In plain terms, better gut, better recovery. Here's how to use kefir. Drink a small glass about 30 minutes before bed. You can have it plain, or blend it with berries and a teaspoon of ground flaxseed. That gives you protein, probiotics, healthy fats, natural fiber, and anti-inflammatory support, all while you sleep. It is quiet overnight maintenance for your body. Now let's look at plant power. Black beans, muscle support for aging bodies. Black beans are one of the most underestimated foods in the world. 1 cup of cooked black beans gives you around 18 grams of plant protein. But the protein is only part of the story. Black beans contain something called resistant starch. This special fiber feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut. Those bacteria then create short-chain fatty acids, including one called butyrate. Butyrate helps protect muscle tissue. It also helps regulate blood sugar and energy use. That means more stable energy, fewer crashes, and less of that "I hit a wall at 2 p.m. feeling." Black beans are also rich in folate. Folate is critical for cell growth and repair, including the growth of new muscle fibers. And they're high in magnesium. Magnesium is involved in more than 300 different reactions in your muscles. If you don't get enough magnesium, your muscles cannot use protein efficiently. You can eat all the protein you want. If magnesium is missing, the repair job stalls. Black beans solve for that. And unlike many processed high-protein snacks, black beans don't spike your blood sugar. They help flatten out your blood sugar curve. That matters because repeated blood sugar spikes can accelerate inflammation and make it easier to lose muscle over time. Practical ways to use them. Add black beans to soups. Toss them into salad with olive oil and lemon. Blend them with garlic and olive oil to make a warm black bean spread for whole grain toast. You're giving your muscles fuel and your gut tools to protect that muscle. Now let's go deeper into circulation and stamina. Beets, the natural nitric oxide booster. Beets are one of the most effective foods for improving stamina in older adults. Here's why. Beets are loaded with natural nitrates. Your body converts those nitrates to nitric oxide, the same circulation-friendly molecule we talked about with watermelon. Nitric oxide opens blood vessels. Better blood flow means more oxygen reaches your working muscles. More oxygen means less fatigue. In one controlled study from researchers in the UK, drinking beet juice improved muscle efficiency by 16%. 16% is huge. That means you can perform the same physical task, walking, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, and it simply feels easier. That I get tired too fast feeling starts to back off. Beets also contain betaine. Betaine helps your body naturally support creatine production. Creatine is a compound your muscles use for short bursts of strength and power. You've probably heard of creatine as a gym supplement. Beets are nature's version. You can roast beets with olive oil and a pinch of salt. You can dice them into salads. You can blend cooked beets into a smoothie with kefir and berries for a recovery shake that is completely real food. Bonus, beets also support heart health and may help lower blood pressure. So you're not just helping your legs. You're helping your circulation and your heart at the same time. Now let's finish with one of the smallest but most concentrated foods on Earth. Sardines in olive oil, the compact powerhouse. Each small can of sardines gives you about 23 grams of complete protein. They're also packed with omega-3s, vitamin D, calcium, phosphorus, and CoQ10. Let's unpack that. CoQ10 is what your cells use to generate energy inside the mitochondria, your internal power plants. As we age, CoQ10 levels drop. Lower CoQ10 shows up as fatigue, low endurance, and I run out of steam fast. Sardines give you natural CoQ10 in a form your body can actually use. The olive oil they're packed in is not just there for flavor. Olive oil helps you absorb fat-soluble vitamins. It also provides anti-inflammatory support to your joints and muscles. And those tiny soft bones inside the sardines? They are an easy-to-digest source of calcium and phosphorus. That's perfect for muscle contraction and bone strength. Sardines are shelf-stable. They're inexpensive. They're fast. Open the can, add a squeeze of lemon, eat with whole grain crackers or roasted vegetables. That is lunch. That is travel food. That is emergency protein that actually loves your body back. Now let's make this real. How do you put all of this into your actual day? Here's a simple strength-building meal flow you can follow. Breakfast. 2 whole eggs cooked in olive oil with spinach or kale. Add a side of roasted beets from the night before if you have them. That gives you protein, healthy fats, vitamin D, choline, natural nitrates, and iron right at the start of the day. Mid-morning snack. Half a cup of ricotta with a drizzle of honey and a handful of berries. This delivers leucine to flip on the muscle-building switch and antioxidants to protect your cells. Lunch. A colorful salad with canned salmon, black beans, mixed greens, olive oil, and lemon. Now you're getting complete protein, omega-3s, magnesium, folate, fiber, and calcium all in one bowl. This is anti-inflammatory lunch. This is joint protection lunch. Afternoon. A few slices of fresh watermelon. Blended if you prefer. This supports circulation, potassium, hydration, and recovery so you don't crash in the late afternoon. Dinner. Sardines or more salmon served with roasted beets and steamed vegetables. Add olive oil on top. Now you're getting protein, CoQ10, nitric oxide support, minerals for contraction, and antioxidants for muscle protection. Before bed, a small glass of kefir, slow-release casein protein feeds your muscles for hours while you sleep. Probiotics support your gut, which supports recovery. You wake up less stiff, more ready. Follow this rhythm for 2 weeks. Here's what most people notice first. Energy comes back. Standing up feels easier. Your balance improves. You feel more steady when you walk. Your grip strength gets better. And you feel more confident in your own body again. Now let me leave you with this. You do not need factory-made powders to stay strong. You do not need miracle pills. Your body already understands real food. Ricotta, watermelon, salmon, eggs, kefir, black beans, beets, and sardines. These are not trends. These are not hype. These are nature's real muscle protectors. Every meal is a message to your body that says, you are rebuilding. You are recovering. You are still powerful. Eat smart. Move daily. Trust the wisdom of real food. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone you love. And subscribe for more real science for real people. Eat well, stay strong, and keep moving forward. Because your best years are not behind you. They're just beginning. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you. Can I ask you something? How young are you? And what are you doing right now to stay strong and independent? Walking, eating more protein, stretching, lifting light weights, gardening? Please share below. Your answer could help someone else in this community who is trying not to lose their strength.